Alright guys, thank you for coming back for another video. Today we're going to do a brief installation video of fixing up this problem that we have with the darkness underneath our countertops. Stay tuned and see what we're doing. Alright, so thank you guys again for coming back for another video. Today is actually New Year's Eve, and I'm going to be working on the house New Year's Eve because I'm old and boring. So last week for Christmas, I got my wife a new microwave. We had a countertop microwave since we moved in the house. Our last house had an above range microwave. We like that, but I wasn't looking forward to cutting out some of the backsplash to get this mounted. I found a decent deal on a half-height microwave and decided, screw it, I'll use that as a Christmas present, and got that installed for the wife. Now, one of the things I noticed about the microwave compared to the range hood that we had is the range hood had much brighter incandescent lights. This has one single LED bulb in there, and it looks bright from there, but down here it does not look so bright. So the other thing you're going to notice here, we have no lighting on this side of the kitchen, which I'm probably going to fix. When I had the can lights put in, I only did 2 can lights over here because we had the pedestal lamps and pedestal lamp over there. It's a nice cozy feel in the kitchen, but it's not like really bright. I think I can go a little bit brighter on these, on the dimmer. Yeah. So that'll go brighter on those for this area when we're eating and watching TV and over in this area, but it's still really dim over here. So I have a couple more of those can lights. I was thinking about shooting 2 more up there. And then I got this idea to do, ta-da, under range lighting or under cabinet lighting. So I actually saw a video by pure accident when I was looking up stuff on the microwaves. Black & Decker had a nice LED bar kit, and they have a new kit that is just direct plug-in wires rather than needing these plugs. I did not go with that kit because now I decided with some other presents that I got, everything is smart enabled, and I'm like, okay, well, I hate having to get up to dim the lights and turn off the lights and turn on the lights because the kids forget. So I'm going to start doing what everybody else has been doing for like 5 years or so, 8 years, and start doing some smart options. So this was on the list. I paid a little bit more money for the Alexa enabled device, and now she's going to talk. All right, so I don't know much about that technology. I'm not gonna say I don't know much about the technology, I just don't use it. So we are going to start using this. I have an Echo B, just got a Schlage encode device for the front door lock. Now we got these. I just got another Echo for like 99 cents or something like that on a sale on Amazon for trying out a trial. And now with all these can lights, I'm going to start getting the Cassetta switches for the can lights. Today's install, we're going to try and make this quick and easy. We're going to install these underneath the cabinets. Another reason why I got these is because you can actually trigger between daylight, bright white, and soft white. I'm guessing I'm probably going to want soft white more because of the color palettes in this kitchen. But I did want to have an option to change it because you never know what you want to change depending on the room. So we got everything that came in this kit. It's got some jumper wires. It's got 6 of the bars actually, which is probably going to be overkill for what I need. And then I bought an extra one of these wires that is 108 inches. And that is to connect over the sink and go over there. I was actually thinking about putting the 6th bar up there. But I'm not entirely sure yet because honestly, they say that these will cover 36 inches of cabinets. Realistically, I'll put one there, one there, and maybe 2 over there. That's probably gonna be way overkill, so I'm still gonna have some left. So, you know, let's open up the box, see what we got, and go from there. All right, they market this as an all-inclusive kit, which it's not if you have to go over a sink. Easy installation, that one seems like it'll be true, and scan and go for quick, easy setup with an Alexa device. That is what we will find out. Alright, so in frame here. Alright, so packaging seems nice. It's got its nice Alexa controller. It's got a manual, I want to say it's a manual power button, but I think that's actually to change the hue of the lighting. And this is the brightness. one of these is probably the power as well, but there is also, I think if you wave your hand underneath it, as a motion sensor of some sort built into it. Actually, that's probably what these are. It looks like these are actually lights. Yeah, I thought that was a plug. Those are actually the little glass sensors or whatever for the motion sensing. You have your aluminum. Actually, wow, these are a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were wider from the videos I saw. Decent aluminum construction, plastic end caps, and then you just got your plastic lens. So again, we do have 6 of these. You have your connectors on each end, and you do have some versatile wiring options. Actually, it's only on both sides, but it's nice that it's on both sides so you don't have to loop wires around to go around the other side. We have miscellaneous mounting hardware with double-sided tape, some zip ties, some clips, and a connector to connect 2 of these cables together. So you probably got a couple, 2-footers, maybe a 3-footer, and then I think there's one decently long one in here, maybe that's 4 feet, something like that, 5 feet, that'll go over the microwave. So I think you have a choice. The reason why I bought the extra one is because you have a choice. You can either go over the microwave or go over the sink. So I should have enough to be able to do both. So essentially all we're going to do is mount these underneath the cabinets, drill a hole up, round them up through, and then back down and across. I did just a very dirty mock-up of these lights. So you're gonna see they just have some tape, and this one's falling down from the weight of the controller. But I did end up trying to put one underneath the microwave. I'm not sure if I'm going to adjust that back or forward or not, but that is a tremendous amount of light from that. So yes, I'm definitely keeping one under the microwave if I can hide it decently enough. So I did one here, one there, one right there, one over in the corner. So we got a little bit of a darker spot right there. And then I did 2 over here. I was thinking about doing one up here as well, because that's a real dark spot, but I have another can light. I have a few. I think I have 4 more of those can lights. But otherwise, so this is on high right now, and this is soft white. I think the soft white looks great with the color scheme that we have going on in here. I'll show you guys the other colors. So on the controller here, you have a button, and we'll go to, I think that's probably daylight. I don't think it looks terrible with this, so this might be a backup. We got cool weight, which, or that might be, yeah, I think this one's cool weight. And then back to the, actually this might be daylight. Flip through those so you can see. So I would either stick with this one or the one before it. Yeah, so either this one or warm white. And again, I have warm white in these can lights in here, and then I only go to the real bright white inside the office. So everything else is a warm white, just to kind of keep everything nice and cozy in here. I may adjust this one in the microwave a little bit, but oh yeah, the brightness. So this brightness button, if you hold it down, you can see it goes down in various brightnesses. And hold it back up. And it is all the way up. So the next thing to do is to pair it with Alexa and see how it works out with Alexa. According to the Alexa app, all you're supposed to do is scan this barcode on the bottom of the box, but it comes up and says, no match. So that is interesting. Okay, so it looks like this setup might be working. I actually scanned it on the bottom of the controller device, and it looks like it's trying to do it. So we're gonna see what it does. All right, and that did fail, so I will have to tinker a bit more. Trying this for about the 17th time. Apparently a step that was missing is this red light that I didn't know existed back behind the white cover needs to be blinking for it to be in pairing mode. So now it is trying to pair again, and we will see what happens. So once again that failed. Canceled the setup, and then went through and just clicked on something, and it popped up and said, oh, Black & Decker lights can be used. Do you want to add them? So yet again, we're going through this process. I think the 20th attempt, we finally got this working. So we see it's finally linked up and I can name the lights. So basically what I had to do, I had to restart this box again, get it to a blinking red mode for pairing mode. And then I had to go into devices and let it auto sync and find the device and let it sync through. Then it's going to ask for your wireless password for this, which I believe will only go to 2.4 gig network. Enter the password, it synced up and did its thing. So the instructions in this are not clear at all. This is something you want to go to the website pureopticsled.com/support. And that will give you a little bit better instructions to tell you about what the LED, the red LED status means for you to troubleshoot. So I'll finish going through naming this and set this up, and then I'll hardwire everything up. A quick test of some of the Alexa skills that she set up. So Alexa, turn on the cabinet lights. Alexa, turn on the cabinet lights.
Okay.
All right, and they default to 100%. Alexa, dim the cabinet lights to 10%.
Okay.
Brighten the lights to 50%. Alexa, brighten the lights to 50%.
Okay.
Alexa, brighten the lights to 100%.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off the cabinet lights.
Okay.
All right, so I still have some activities to learn for her, but I just wanted to test this out before I get too deep with drilling holes and everything and mounting it. So first step that we did is put the mounting tabs on the lights. They fit into the provision channel on the sides of the lights, and I put them inside a little bit so that way we have some back and forth adjustability. I went ahead and I don't know if you'll see the marks up there. Basically I measured from the back to the front 7 inches because that's where I want to put them. There really is no real science on this. That's just where I think I'm going to put them, and we'll go ahead and stick them up on each cabinet. I did put some rubbing alcohol on a rag first and then wiped the bottom of the cabinets just to make sure they stick good, and we'll go ahead and get them stuck, and then we'll plan out where we're going to drill some holes to route the wires up across. Okay, so we have all the lights mounted on the underside of the cabinets, you'll see. And next is to figure out where we're going to put the base switch. I'm probably going to put the base switch kind of right around here on this part of the cabinet. Yeah, I'll probably put it right here as that's kind of central, and usually when my wife is going to use it, she's probably just going to tap here because she wants to get some light over the stove. So essentially what we got to do is drill a 1/2 inch hole. I am going to be mounting above my cabinets rather than mounting down here and using up these outlets. I'm going to mount above the cabinets. I'm going to drill a hole over to go through this cabinet here, and then drill down and then mount the switch right around here somewhere, so that way we have the motion control right there. We can change the colors, do all that, or we can do it with Alexa over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do all this stuff at the back of the cabinet and then go up through and try and hide it behind all the junk that's going in the cabinets. The first hole's drilled. You're going to see went down on the side of the cabinet, down through, came out the side. I actually pushed in the tabs to these shelves, pushed it up so I didn't have to drill a hole, and just kind of went down behind the crack or the gap in the cabinets, went down through, and then boom, we got the first one hooked up. You're going to see the controller nice and tucked, and we just did a shorty extension. We're going to come out the side and figure out how to loop up and around and mount the middle one, and now from here is just linking them together. Actually didn't pay attention to the instructions. The holes for these were supposed to be 3/8, and the hole for the power adapter was supposed to be a 1/2 inch. All good though. So basically I just drilled a hole in the back to go through the cabinets, route it around, and then I'll clean up the wires a little bit with they have these other clips right here that basically you use to put the wires in. All right, here we go. These are all stuck together, but they have these clips so you put the wires in and then you push up on the tabs and then tuck the wires up against the cabinet. So we'll do that last once we figure out the wiring. And just like that, nice clean routing back through the back of the cabinet. So we'll do the same thing up in this corner, and then we'll go up through. So take caution. I messed up. So plan this a little bit better. I don't really think about this too much. First hole I drilled up in the corner, tried to drill it up tight and against the molding, and turns out that it was up through the top of the cabinet. Drill a second hole, go through, and then I was like, oh duh, you're gonna be able to see the wire from here. Didn't really think about that. And even from here, you'll still see the wire. So much for going through the back. I think that they probably make oak stickers that I can go over and cover that up. So now I went back through, drilled holes on the front, and I tuck it up the front, go back through behind this fascia, go through the front and go down. 108 inches is actually not enough. I had to couple two of them together. I did have to do an extension to be able to get this down to this one, so it is more than 108 inches. So again, think about this, plan a little bit more before you drill holes. Thankfully, they're not that noticeable because nobody's sitting here looking up like this, because if they did, they would notice that is a different color because I never painted up there yet. So, yeah, lessons were learned. Let's go ahead and keep cracking. All right, I think I'm pretty much done. I just got to button up a few things, but as you can see, everything is looking pretty good. I did some adjustments over in the corner. I felt like the corner was a little dark. It still has a little bit of dark spot right in the corner, but I moved this one over a little bit just to get it a little bit brighter. Against my better judgment, I did mount one underneath the microwave. I did mount it pretty far back in hopes that the heat and steam from the burners aren't going to cause an issue. Typically, we only use the front two burners. We're going to see how that works out. If it burns out or the 3M tape comes down, then so be it. We'll figure something else out. But otherwise, everything's looking good. Got wires. You see the wires tucked. I got to put some connectors up there to hold it in. But you'll see I get everything tucked in the back and everything tucked underneath real good so you don't see any wires hanging. Try and tuck everything as best as I could inside the cabinets to avoid any issues. Going forward, you'll see that I had to use a connector piece over there because that 108 inches wasn't long enough. We'll go ahead and get everything cleaned up. And wife, are you happy?
Not with the mess, but...
Well, I mean, I'll clean up the mess as I go. Maybe this is a good opportunity to leave everything on the counter so my wife goes through the cabinets and cleans out all the junk we don't need. But I'm going to go ahead and get cleaned up here, button everything up, and I'll show you guys the final product once I get all the shit off the countertops. Alexa, turn on the kitchen lights.
Okay.
See how easy that was. So everything is finished with the under cabinet lights. We've run these for a few days. The wife loves them. I love them. Everything turned out great. I don't have too many complaints about this kit other than the syncing with Alexa. There were some steps missing from the instructions, as well as the spacer for where to place the bars on the under of the cabinets where Black & Decker suggests. That was hidden inside the packaging that I only found after the fact. So when I measured 7 inches out from the back, it's really supposed to be like 2 inches in or something like that. But nonetheless, everything turned out great. The other thing I don't like too much, as I don't think it works too well, is the motion sensor. You'll see that you don't have too much distance. And where's the sweet spot? There's the sweet spot. So you literally need to get right up to it and almost tap it. So you're talking, you know, an inch to be able to get that working. So it's not like you're like, oh, let's shut off the lights. Oh, let's turn on the lights. You got to practically tap it. Otherwise, everything else on the controller works as it should. You can cycle through the colors fine. I'm going to see if I can do a routine for you-know-who to be able to change the colors as I tinker with this more. But this is kind of a set it and forget it type color mode, so I don't anticipate having to change that too much. Have any issues. I kind of wish I had another bar over here, so if you can see, it doesn't pick up as much on the camera, but you know, you're gonna see you got some very hot spots over here, and then over there it's not as hot because of the way that I move the light around to kind of spread that light out from that area. So I kind of wish I had a bigger bar. I think another light would be overkill, but a bigger bar would be great. And again, you got those hot spots over there. One thing that did bug me, these things are next to go. I absolutely hate these. I had another one here that I took out yesterday, and that was a rigged debacle that the last owners put in. I had some extra of those flush mount can lights, so I threw one of those in. I actually plan to only put a 4-inch in because I thought a 6-inch would be overkill, but it didn't work out that way. There was already a 6-inch hole and a can in there that I didn't know about that was covered up. Why somebody would do that and put a pedestal light, I don't know. You can see the wiring back there for the Black & Decker light. So we went and threw one of those pots in, and we got tons and tons of light here now that we never had before. So it's a little overkill, but we do have that. I'm cool with that. Disregard the little bit of a mess that we have. I haven't done the dishes yet today, but overall everything turned out great. Next thing we're going to be doing is probably Caseta light switches to be able to control everything with Alexa, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate checking the video out, and hit me up in the comments if you have any questions, and we'll catch you on the next one.